I'm Anthony Jones, and this is the Always Elevating Podcast. I'm gonna let you go first. Which the first player that you picking?
Myself.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Anthony Jones. I go by AJ. This is presented by AJ's Automatic Jumper Foundation. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Help grow the channel. This is the 5th episode of Always Elevating, and I got one of them ones. Last season, he averaged 25 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, shot an efficient 49% from the field. He helped to lead his team within one game of reaching the Breslin Center. He got multiple Division I offers. Just signed up to be in the draft for Overtime Elite out of River Rouge High School. We got Keyshawn Fisher in the building. What's going on, bro? Good.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah. Now, before we get started, all the guests that come on the show, I like to give them a little gift. So I got something for you. So go ahead and open this up.
Appreciate you.
Got you the Automatic Jumper logo on the T-shirt. Hold it up so they can see it.
See.
Only the elite, only the top shooters get that one.
Yeah. Appreciate you.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
So we gonna get straight into it, man. So much to go over. I want to dive into it, starting with your childhood. I'm a big believer that who you are now is because of how you was raised.
Right.
So talk to me about your childhood overall, where you grew up at, and who raised you.
I grew up in a town in Michigan called Inkster, Michigan. It's by the airport. So I grew up around Inkster, Michigan. I was raised by my mom and my dad.
Okay.
My dad ended up going to prison for some time being, and then he ended up coming home.
Okay.
When I was like 8. My mom ended up passing away. But when I was younger, I was into football more than basketball. Wasn't no basketball type guy. I think I don't know what changed. I just started liking basketball more and just took it, kept going harder and harder every day, and then just gave up the football stuff for real.
Okay. So what age did you start playing both, like football and basketball?
10.
So you started at the same time playing both?
No, I was already playing
basketball,
and then I just started playing football when I was 10, and then that's why I just stopped playing basketball and just was doing strictly football. Then when I got to high school, I switched it and stopped playing football and played basketball.
Okay, so who introduced you to both sports, football and basketball?
My brothers. I got a lot of brothers, a lot of older brothers, and they was always playing. They ain't never really take it far as I did, but they was always playing.
So it was like real competitive playing with your brothers. How many brothers do you have?
I got four older brothers.
Okay.
4 older brothers. No, 3 older brothers, 1 younger brother. So.
Okay, so that's good when you got that competitiveness amongst your brothers. That builds.
Sure.
That's good. So, talk to me about middle school. Like when I was in middle school, I had so much fun. Like I played basketball, and it was fun on the court and off the court with my classmates. So, how was your middle school? You wasn't playing basketball in middle school, was you?
No, I was playing basketball. I didn't play AAU though, because COVID happened my middle school year, so it really set us out. We couldn't really do nothing middle school year for real.
But how was your middle school life, just with your your classmates and stuff?
It was good. I was really having fun. I went to a charter school, so we weren't really too many goofy kids. It was always strictly do your work in that school. So I brought some humor to the school.
Brought some personality too. So you went to River Rouge High School. We're gonna get into all of the success that you had there. Why River Rouge High School?
Really, it wasn't even nothing too deep into it. I just always saw them playing when I was growing up. So I just always told my brothers and family I wanted to go there. But freshman year, I ended up going to Taylor because my dad and my stepmom ended up not being together no more. So when they ended up getting back together, she said I can go wherever I want. I just said I'll go to Rouge.
So you went to Taylor 9th, and then 10th you switched to...
and I had to sit out my 10th grade year.
Okay, so did you play your 9th grade year in Taylor?
Yeah, I played JV though. I didn't play varsity.
Okay, so you played JV in Taylor, your 9th grade, then you switched. So I know you sat out a year because somebody mentioned that to me. So why did you have to sit out though?
The transfer stuff, I didn't have an address.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, I understand that. Okay, so I want to talk about the support of River Rouge. Like I went to the Cass and River Rouge game, and we're gonna talk about that later. But if you just put somebody in there that didn't know nothing about basketball, they might have thought it was a River Rouge home game because it was so much support. The whole football team.
Yeah.
Talk to me, and I love that. So talk to me about the support that you get from like River Rouge.
Rouge, they gonna always be a support system no matter wherever they at. They gonna bring you just can't show like you can't let Rouge down. You let them down, boy, they gon' just how they was on you. They gonna be on you about messing up too.
Right.
So, Rouge, you gotta get your A game when you there for real.
That's good. That holds you accountable.
Yeah,
so that's good. That's like playing with the Lakers. You know, they're gonna be all for you when you're doing good, and when you're not doing good, they're gonna be against you. So, so I want to talk about a few people that I know you close with and cool with. I want to start with Clarence Evans.
Yeah,
I know that you cool with him. I know I had Chaz on. He told me a story about he brought you to a gym. So talk to me about when you met him and how y'all relationship is.
Me and Chaz?
No, you and Clarence Evans.
Oh, Clarence, I met him at a practice with the Rouge. His fiance was our assistant coach in my 10th grade year. And when I started out, I was like angry, like arguing with everybody.
Yeah.
And he was like, "You good?" Because he was basically saying that he sees something in me.
Right.
So just stay good. You gonna sit this year out. You gonna bounce back next year.
Right.
And every day we just got close, and then that's how I got close to Coach Curry, and then just went from there. And we just been cool since then.
Okay. So I want to talk about a couple players as well. I mentioned Chaz. I know that you cool with him. I remember I went to a UAD game one time. It wasn't a UAD game, but it was at UAD. And I seen y'all. Y'all didn't see me because I was up top, but I seen y'all walking in. So I know y'all tight. He told the story how y'all met. So if you can,
I ain't gonna lie, I do not remember.
You don't remember how y'all met?
I don't remember how we met.
But just talk to me about your relationship.
Our relationship good. It really just through basketball. We really just be trying to work out together and being goofy. Sometimes going to some females, but other than that, we don't really hang around each other like how I be with my
other
family friends. So we just basketball friends though for sure.
Okay. So I talked to I think it was Javon, if I'm saying his name right, Javon Walker. His mom, I think she told me that you guys grew up together.
Yeah, that's like my cousin.
Okay. Yeah. So talk to me about your relationship. Was y'all playing like one-on-one, had some battles and stuff?
We ain't really play one-on-one younger. We played one-on-ones we got older and stuff. But we was always on the same football team. He was a little better in football, and I'm a little better in basketball.
Okay.
So, but we ended up both choosing to do basketball. We was playing for this little team called the Foundation. It was kind of our team. We made the team. Mm-hmm. We made this little team. We was playing our games at like U of M Dearborn, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. We were just a role player. I was role. We didn't really know how we are now.
Right.
Yeah.
So who up on the ones?
Right now I am. We only played once.
Okay. Y'all got to run it back.
Yeah.
So you mentioned football. Do you which sport? Because I played basketball. I played basketball my whole life. But now it's funny because I really like watching football because they play hard like all the time. So which sport do you enjoy watching better now and playing?
I like playing basketball better now. Okay. I like watching basketball better, but I don't like watching the NBA. I watch college.
College because they playing harder and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't really watch NBA for real.
Okay, so I want to get into several games that happened this past season. Now, the first time I ever seen you play was, just a quick story, it was your junior year. So I was just getting back, like, integrated and watching high school basketball. And Joe Carr, my guy, so I went to go support him. So I went to go watch a game. And it was a home game, and y'all was playing Hamtramck.
Right.
So I knew Little Chuck was playing because I played with Chuck Bailey. Yeah. So I was like, okay, I can watch him. So I get to the game, and you went crazy the first quarter. You had like 12 or something like that. End of the game with about 30. Y'all won a close game. Yeah. And I didn't know who he was at the time, so I went home. I went on Facebook, and I was like, man, this dude number 4 is cold. Yeah. Like, Youngblood, everybody was commenting like, man, that's Keyshawn. Like, he like that. I'm like, I can see that. So talk to me about that rivalry, because I know that's like a big rivalry.
That's a big rivalry. So every year is going to be a rivalry, no matter how good which team is. They always going to be a good game.
Right.
I didn't really know too much about the rivalry. They just told us that we lost to them the last 3 years and we ain't losing no more. So I was like, all right, you got to win the game. Yeah. Lose.
So another quick story is you guys were playing against Dearborn. Now, was this the first game in the districts?
No, this district championship.
District championship. So River Rouge playing against Dearborn, and also the same day, same time, it was Renaissance versus UAD. Mm-hmm. So I was like, dang, which game am I gonna go to? Because it was 2 good games, and I chose Renaissance and UAD because Lansdowne versus Leroy Blyden Jr. That was a good matchup I wanted to see. So I went to that game. Unfortunately, Leroy got in foul trouble. It wasn't a good game like I wanted. And then we hear about what happened with, that was like a legendary moment. So talk to me about that game and then specifically like the last minute, what happened?
That game, I was really just trying to come in there. My teammates had never really been in that type of environment. So I was really just trying to come in there and make sure they straight because I knew I was going to be good.
Right.
So when I saw that they were straight and the game was flowing, and the game ended up getting tight, and I ain't going to lie, I thought we lost. One of my teammates shot a 3 and missed it.
So tell me what time for the people that don't know. Like
Right. It was like 3 minutes left. 3 minutes left. And
what was like the score around?
We was down 4. Down 4.
Okay.
And he shot a corner 3 open. He missed it. And I just looked up and grabbed the rebound. I ended up putting it back up, put us down 2.
Okay.
I don't even know what happened from that. I just know, long story short, we ended up fouling one of the guys that they put in that's supposed to make the free throw.
Okay.
And he missed both of them. And me and my team was kind of fighting for the rebound. I ended up just snatching it and just going. And I kind of like bumped him a little bit.
And how much time was on the clock?
It was like
approximately
like 5. And I just took it full court and dribbled it. And the time running down and I'm dribbling. Shot it, and I felt them coming behind me, so I kind of got to lean forward.
Right.
And I heard the smack. I just good. I ain't gonna lie, I was nervous a little bit when I was walking out. But when I got the ball and started to dribble, I'm good. I hit the first 2, and I knew we was gonna win it. When I hit the first 2 free throws, I knew.
Now, was it the buzzer? Was it like the end of the game, or was it any time left when you was at the free throw line?
There wasn't no time left when
it was just you on the island.
My teammates lined up on the side, fingers crossed, hoping I make the free throw.
That's crazy. That's like something that you always dream of. Like, man, I want to just be there. Everybody watching me. I'm at the free throw line. We gonna win over here. We gonna lose. Like, that's a dream.
Yeah.
So I felt like that was like a legendary moment. And I was so mad. I was disappointed I didn't see it live. But let's get into a game that I was at live. I talked about earlier, Cass and River Rouge. Like I said, I seen the whole football team come, and I was like, this is going to be crazy. So I was sitting right by 2 parents of River Rouge players, so we was all talking and stuff like that. They knew you. That was a great game. You guys ended up, I think you made like several threes in a row in the second half.
8 of them, back to back.
It was crazy. So, and then Cash, they some dogs. They came back, they fought back. Talk to me about, that game overall. And then I do want to say before you go, it was a moment that I loved seeing, and that was when Cass was making their rally, and I think you guys were only up about maybe 4 or 6. It was like a turnover. I don't know if it was you or somebody else, and you was just like, it's okay, calm down, relax, and I seen that maturity that I like. But just talk to me about that game overall.
In that game, really, I kind of knew we was going to win the game. I just didn't know how we was going to win it. It was going to be a crazy game or a blowout game. So I was really just coming in, just playing like smart, not trying to get no foul trouble, just playing smart. So I just was getting to my spots for real, just getting to my spots, trying to get the midi going, because I knew we had the taller rim. Rude, me and Cass got the tall and short rim, so we had the taller rim that's hard.
Right.
So I knew we couldn't really be shooting no threes on that one. So I was getting the midi and the floor. Then it was in the zone, so I was really just trying to be patient. For real. So that's
smart that to even like think of that, like, okay, this rim is, because a lot of people do complain about like Cass rims and stuff like that.
I was already knowing you can't shoot the threes. As soon as the half we came out, we started hitting the threes though.
So after the game, you won that, and that was to go to the regional. That was to go to the regional championship. It was a weaker opponent. But how did you guys feel like winning that? Because that was a big time win at Cass.
I feel like we surprised a lot of people. A lot of people said us losing that game. That's what I really feel. But it's high school. Michigan at that high school sport, so it's no shot clock. You really don't know who's going to win the game. Right. So it's really just all got to come see the game yourself and see who's going to win. For
exactly. Real. That was a great game. Another great game was 2 games later when you played at Callahan Hall, played against North Farmington, which is a great team. Unfortunately, you guys lost a close one. Talk to me about that game and then why you think you guys, fell a little short.
I feel like that we fell a little short because I think we got outcoached. They coached us. They coach did a good job, but they put like a man zone. They wasn't in no full zone. They was in a man zone, so they knew what areas to do. We just didn't adjust quick enough. We picked it up a little too late.
Yeah.
We'd adjusted faster, we'd have probably won that game.
Yeah, that was a great game.
Yeah.
They have a good coach. I think he's been doing it for like a long time.
For sure.
But that was a great game though. So I want to talk about any game that you can have back. Like, would it be that game? If I can just give you one game you can have back and play it over.
Yeah, it would be that game for sure.
It would be the North Pharmacy game. What would you do individually yourself, aside from coaching? What would you do differently? Would you be more aggressive or anything that you would do?
I would have shot the ball way more than that game.
You got to go out gunning when it's your last, potentially your last game. So speaking about coaching, Joe Carr, like I said, he's a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
How has he helped you with his coaching, and is it something like a piece of advice that he gave you, something that will stick with you, as you continue in your career?
Right. I wouldn't say it wasn't no advice, but he helped me, because there ain't no coach gonna be on you that hard and that way. You feel? So you doing that now, you gonna get used to that when it's that time come when you get to the big level, and there's already coaches like that. So I feel like he helped me with that for sure.
Yeah, he definitely a hard nose and defense, and you play really good defense. Yeah. So one thing I love to see in players is like growth. So I watched you a lot your junior year, and I watched you even more your senior year, and I just noticed just a huge improvement. Yeah. So I know the things that I've seen that you got better at, but I want you to tell me what do you think, was your biggest, not your biggest improvement, but what did you get better at from your junior to senior year?
Playing wise, I wouldn't even say I really got better at anything. I just got stronger, quicker, and knew what shots to take and when to take the shots. That's where I really feel like that really changed, and it would make it look like a big difference. Okay.
So you were selected. I did my first All-Star event. You were selected to be in that event. Just talk to me about, what you thought about the event overall.
It was a good event because, I never been in nothing like that. So for my first time, it was a good event. Everybody had the people coming out dunking and stuff like that. It was a nice event though. Little kids were shooting half per shot. Nice.
I seen one thing I liked about it. I watched the video and I see everybody just laughing, having fun, smiling. So it felt like
I wish it was a little closer down to Detroit so more people would have came. Yeah. But other than that, it was great.
Yeah. So a lot of people pick their jersey number because of something important or anything like that. Now you wear number 4. Is it something a deeper meaning behind it, or how did you come to pick that number?
I started off wearing number 1. I always used to wear number 1. I just thought I was the best player on every team I was on. So when my mom ended up passing, her birthday June 4th, so I just took the number June 4th.
That's like the best reason that I probably ever heard. That's a great reason. Definitely sorry to hear that too.
Yeah, thank you.
Now I want to ask you, aside from River Rouge and aside from Callahan Hall and Wayne State, colleges, what would be your favorite gym to play in?
In high school?
In high school, your favorite gym. Not including River Rouge at home, but what's your favorite?
I ain't lie, we played, this is our first time playing them. It was Saline. No. Was it Saline? Is that where
Saline? I don't think I've been there.
What's the name go? Joey Gabbana?
Oh,
the school he
go to. Chelsea?
Yeah, Chelsea got a nice gym.
I never been to. How many do I hold in there?
Yeah, they got a nice gym.
How many people do I hold? You think?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm not sure, but it's bleachers on every angle. It's under the rim, on both sides, and it's a track up top. Okay. So it was nice. It was
a really nice
brand new too.
I gotta take a trip out there because that's how far is that from here? Is that an hour?
No, it's like 35, 40 minutes.
Oh, so it's not that far.
Yeah, it ain't that far.
Okay. So I gotta take a trip out there. Now I asked you your improvements, from junior to senior year. What would be your, when I finished my high school career, my biggest improvement, I would say, was my confidence. Once I got confidence, I just took off. What would you say your biggest improvement was now that you completed your high school at River Rouge?
My athleticism. I could jump a lot more, than what I could.
Okay. So if I didn't know anything about your game and I asked you, describe your game to me, how would you describe your game?
In one word or?
No, just overall, just.
Say 3-level scorer, you could defend, play guard 1 through 4, and IQ, for sure.
Okay. Now, one of my closest friends that I know for 10 plus years, he's a trainer, and we was, how guys talking basketball and comparing and stuff like that. And what he told me was, he said that you have the most potential and talent out of everybody that he's seen. You're talking about everybody in Michigan. To that, you say what?
I feel like that's true because a lot of people already done hit their cap or ain't really, I don't even think I'm done growing.
Right. So, and you're about like 6'5", 6'6"?
Yeah, I'm 6'6" now. So,
okay.
And I think I might be a little bit between there. So
right.
I think I got taller, but that's what I think that's true though, for sure. I think that's true.
That's good.
Nobody really know what to expect in the next. I may get taller. I'm gonna get bigger.
Right. So. That's all that matters. You definitely gonna get stronger. If you get to like 6'8", it's gonna, it'd be crazy. So Orchard Lake, they won the championship, and they the favorites to win it again. So if you could just pick one, like Orchard Lake gonna win, or the field, Orchard Lake or anybody else, any other team, which one would you pick and why?
To be honest, I got Orchard Lake St. Mary's winning because Michigan, just get worse and worse and worse every year, and they got the same team, and then they just added Peyton.
Yeah, they got Peyton.
And ain't no really other schools got nobody that who gonna check Trey for real.
Yeah.
His own.
Yeah. It's no one-on-one matchup that can really
that can check him.
Yeah.
So
you say Old Lake?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you mentioned earlier about it was no shot clock. That's one thing that I absolutely like. I always say, if I was a millionaire, I'd put shot clocks in all across Michigan because I hate that. I like to see the IQ, the time, you recognizing everything. Like, what are your thoughts on that? No shot clock.
Yeah, I agree with you. We need a shot clock. The not shot clock, it make weak teams look good.
Yeah.
And it make good teams look bad.
Right. That's a good point. Referees, it's been a lot of complaints, when I go to the game, the officiating, parents, players, coaches I talk to. I know it's some good refs, it's some bad, but just talk to me like how you feel overall about the officiating.
I mean, I didn't really have too good of an experience. Refs don't really like me that much.
Why you say that?
I don't really know. They don't really like. I don't never get no calls. That's just one ref though. It's two. It's this female ref and this tall, dark skinned dude. They ref like 2 of my games out of high school career, but every time I done had like 14 free throws. They're them good refs right there.
That's so funny. Okay, social media. When I was playing, we didn't have social media. When I was doing my research on you, you had made a post. I think it was the reclassification post. And I was looking at the comments, and it was like a grown man just hating on you. And I was just like blown away by, you a grown man hating on the kid like a young, a young man. So, like when you see, and I didn't see a reply from you, which was good. But how do you handle, the negativity and all the negative things in social media? I mean,
that stuff, it ain't gonna never really get to me. But I always see it, of course. But it's never gonna get to me. It ain't nothing that could really get to me.
Okay.
I just take it and like make it something. I just laugh, throw it under. I don't really pay too much.
Use it for like motivation or something like that, so it don't bother you.
Yeah.
So that's good. Now I talked about the reclassification post. Are you still reclassifying? And if you are, what went into that decision?
Yes, I am still reclassifying. And what went into the decision was I felt like I was young for my grade. Like everybody that's 25 is my age.
Right, right.
So, or older.
Right.
So it was like, why would I go?
It made sense.
And I just felt like I need to get, if I got stronger, it would put me in a way better position if I was like this year.
Right. So. Okay. So I just recently seen the overtime, the OTE, overtime elite. First of all, for the people that don't know, because I know some people that don't know about it and they contact me like, what is that? Yeah. Can you explain to the people that may not know, like what exactly is the overtime elite?
It's a league based off in Atlanta. It's only 3 teams really based off in Atlanta. But it's like 9 total teams in the whole league, but they are in different certain states, how that go. But it's just put you in a better environment to focus on just basketball and school, and it's like a college ready program where you got to wake up and work out and do all that stuff on your own without nobody telling you. So,
and their facilities is just top notch. Sure. I mean, you get high level training, so it's definitely great. So, but what went into the decision? You enter your name into the draft, right?
It wasn't. That's just how they announced it to everybody, but it ain't really no draft.
Oh, okay. It's just automatic.
Yeah, they gonna put you. I don't know what team I'm gonna be on.
Right,
it's
right.
like that. They gonna put you on a certain team based off how you fit with certain guys.
Okay.
But that came about. I was supposedly going to IMG on their postgrad team. So I couldn't play on the team with Darius because of I played 4 years of high school in Michigan, so you couldn't do that NYBL Scholastic.
Okay.
So there, that you could at OTE. So I was like, why not?
Oh, okay. So, why not go there?
Yeah, I didn't want to do the post grad year for real.
Okay. So do you see college? You got multiple Division I offers. Do you see college? Because I know with OTE you can.
Yeah, that's what they said too. That you can do the I could go.
You can keep your eligibility in college.
Declare for the draft.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if the draft is looking good, that's what I do.
Right.
I'm gonna go to school. I'm whatever one looking good.
So is this like a 1 year thing, or do you see it like?
Yeah. I'll be going to school or the lead next year, one or the other.
Okay. I want to talk about AAU versus high school. Just the differences between the two. Like, what are the differences between AAU and high school?
AAU is more like it's more of you on your high school team on your AAU team. So it ain't gonna be as many shots as you get with high school. With AAU, you only don't really get like 7 to 10 shots. High school, I'm getting 20 shots, 25 shots. So that's really the big difference. But more coaches, faster. It's way faster. You gotta learn how to play with people that you don't know quicker than when you do in high school. You know them people year round. You don't know nobody. AAU, they get guys from all over.
Yeah. So what would you say, like, what competition is better?
What circuit?
No, what competition is better between like AAU and high school?
In my case,
in your opinion,
AAU, because I'm in Michigan, but Pop was probably on some different state playing high school.
It might be
high school.
Okay. So I know you started with the family, this in the summertime. So talk to me. When I seen that lineup, I mean, you, Trey, Leroy, the team, the names is just crazy. So talk to me about how did you feel like playing with those guys?
It was actually fun playing with them. It was different. I had to get used to playing a different role.
Yeah.
And guarding bigger guys because our team wasn't really that big. But we connected well and fast together. Only thing I just feel like I wish we would have went farther and picked up more wins so we could keep playing. That's the only reason I didn't finish out because we didn't win a certain amount of games.
Oh, okay.
So I just was like, it's pointless.
Okay. So I want to talk about prom. I seen the pictures. I mean, you was looking fresh. Your date. Talk to me. We didn't have like the prom send off when I was coming up. So talk to me about the prom send off, the prom, and where was it at?
The prom send-off was like the whole little coloring idea. That was my idea from stuff from my parents. They just really helped me like get everything. But I just really told them what I wanted and stuff. The prom, it was downtown at this hotel.
Was it
was nice. Like it was a real
What
big
was the
hotel.
name of it?
I'm not really for sure. But it was like a little circle parking lot. They valet parked your car, stuff like that. But it was nice. I had drove a Maybach truck, so it was really
I seen that. Yeah, the big body. Yeah, that was y'all was looking fresh for sure.
Appreciate it.
Now graduation, did you go through the graduation process?
Graduation,
So you already graduated?
Yeah.
Okay, so congratulations on the graduation.
Thank you.
How was the graduation?
It was fun, but I got there late, so I really didn't experience the whole thing. I just got there, got in line, and walked across the stage. Okay. Took my pictures and really left. It really wasn't more. Afterwards, though, we did more with my peers and stuff like that.
Okay, so was your people, your family, they proud of you that you
for sure
graduated? Now, if you wasn't playing basketball or any sports, period, what do you think you would be? What would you think you'd be doing?
I think I have a clothing brand. Be out here selling clothes, stuff like that, or into shoes. No, I don't really like the video games. I'm decent at it. I don't do video games though.
Yeah, I definitely I seen some of your gear, so I wanted to tell you to bring some.
Yeah. I should have brought some. I don't even think it to bring.
Yeah, I'm a definitely order something from you. However I do. So I'm a big believer that the youth should like think ahead and they should think about set goals and stuff. So let's say in the next like 5 years, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Next 5 years, one, I want my clothing brand. I want my clothing brand to be like skyrocket and take off already. Somewhere playing pro, either it's NBA overseas, somewhere playing pro or playing money, playing for money, making money somewhere. Now or just doing anything type stuff.
Okay. Now I got to ask you some of your top, your top shooters. Let's do high school. You included. Everybody counts. Cheeks. Everybody. If you played in Michigan, I count you for Michigan. So, what would you say would be your top 5 shooters in Michigan?
Shooters. Top 5. I'm gonna have to go with One, Tyler Hamilton.
You don't have to put it in order, but just like your top 5.
I'll just pick 5 then. Tyler Hamilton, he went to Rouge.
Oh yeah.
He went to Rouge.
Okay.
Keyshawn Devlin, he went to Rouge a couple years ago with Legend Jeter.
No, I'm talking about high school.
Oh,
like,
now.
Yeah, not like if they already graduated.
Okay, I don't really know nobody now that's really.
You know some shooters.
TJ.
See, that's one.
Catholic Central.
TJ Nadu.
Pfeiffer.
Deontay Pfeiffer.
Tyler Spratt.
That's 3.
Bugs.
Daniel Smythe.
Yeah.
That's 4. He won the 3-point contest.
Yeah.
Who would be the last?
My
best
teammate,
shooter?
Memphis
McDowell, Baby Brizzle,
Yeah.
got the burner. Yeah, he definitely. That's a good 5 because they all can definitely shoot. Top 5 players in high school.
Right now, me, Trey, Cheeks, Mac, and Greg Lawson.
So we got Greg Lawson, Darius Acuff, Trey McKinney, Keyshawn Fisher, Makari Moore. That's a crazy 5. Now, what would be the best player that you faced this past season? Deontay Pfeiffer. Yeah, he definitely a bucket for sure. So I want to transition to the WNBA. Have you been following it at all?
Nah, not for real.
But I know you've been hearing about
for sure.
all of the noise, all of the traction. I want to ask you this question. What is the reason why you think like a lot of people don't watch the WNBA? Because I got my like thoughts of why I think it is, but I'm curious to know like what's the reason why you think like just more people watch the men than the boys?
Just because it's not as exciting. Like men they dunking, blocking shots. Girls they being more fundamental. So that's what I really think it is.
Okay.
They was dunking how we was. Everybody
be watching it, right? Yeah, I think that's some of the same things I was thinking. Now, I know you haven't been following it like that, but I'm pretty sure you've seen some highlights and stuff with Caitlin Clark. So what do you think about her?
She the truth. I ain't gonna lie. She the truth.
You think she can outshoot you?
Yeah, for sure. She can't outbeat me, but she can shoot me for sure.
So let's go to the NBA. Let's do your top 5 players in the NBA. Everybody 100% healthy. Give me your top 5 players in the NBA.
KD, John Morant, Anthony Edwards, Shea Gilchrist Alexander.
Yeah.
And Victor Wembanyama.
So you don't have Luka in your top 5?
Nah.
Why?
That ain't my type of game.
Luka one of the coldest though.
He's actually cold.
He in your top 10?
Yeah. He's in my top 10, but
He's just not your type.
He's just too slow. I just can't watch him all day. He's just too slow.
So what would be your favorite player?
KD.
Favorite player and why?
KD's because I remind me of myself.
Okay. Yeah, y'all both similar. And your favorite team?
I don't really got no favorite team for real. Cause I just wherever KD goes, that's where I'm at.
Okay, so that's probably your favorite team that you be following since KD is on there, Phoenix. Yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna do a high school draft. Okay. So you're gonna pick 5 players. I'm gonna pick 5. We're gonna alternate. We're gonna pick 5 players. Everybody, including you, everybody is on board. Now we're not doing your 5 best. We just doing like you building your team. I'm picking my team, and then they can debate in the comments like which team is better or what team will win. I'm gonna let you go first. Which the first player that you picking?
Myself.
Okay, so I want you to pick the player and why.
Okay, I just started picking why. Can I pick a player in their position, like the position I want them to
However you want to do it.
All right, bet. I'll pick me. I'll go to shooting guard. And then you go ahead.
No, but why would you pick yourself?
Myself?
Yeah. I mean, I know the obvious is you, but aside from the obvious that is you, what's the reason?
Like I said when you was asking me, I feel like because 3-level score, I can score on all 3 different ways. So that's why. Okay,
so with my first pick, you playing the 2. I'm gonna go Trey McKinney. I'm gonna pick Trey at the 2 because that'll be a good matchup with y'all. I mean, you play good defense. Yeah. He play good defense. That'll be an insane matchup. So I'm gonna go Trey McKinney with my first pick at the 2 guard.
And I'm gonna go Mac at the 1 because he picked up 94.
Okay, you going Mac. The point guard position, I can go with so many players. There's so many good point guards, but one player that's used to getting picked up full court and double team is Chaz Lulis. So I'm going with Chaz with my point guard.
And I'm gonna go with small farm. I'm gonna go with Tyler Spratt.
Okay, you going with Tyler. I'm gonna pick my center. I'm gonna pick Mo Hop, athletic, can do it all, block shots, rebound, everything. I think he'll be a nightmare matchup for whoever you pick.
And I'm gonna pick the 4. I'm gonna pick Keith from West Bloomfield.
Oh, the 4?
Yeah.
Oh my God, he is definitely. I reached out to him for when I did that second little All-Star thing. He's definitely a good player. That's a good pick. So what I got? I got a center, I got a point guard, I got a shooting guard.
You're just missing a 4.
I'm
a 4 and then 3.
A 4 and a 3. Oh my God, that was a good pick. Dang, I'm like drawing a blank. No, I think I'm gonna get another. I got Chaz and so I think I want to get another guard because I can move Trey to the 3 if necessary. So I'm gonna go Leroy Blyden Jr. I'm gonna go with him. Shooter, stretch the floor, can do it all. So I'm gonna go with him. Move Trey up to the 3.
And the 5, I'm gonna go with Jaden from St. Mary's. He put the ball on the floor a little bit.
That's a good one. I'm gonna go with my last pick. I'm gonna go Elijah Williams out of Brother Rice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Athletic, can dunk it, can finish around the basket strong. So we're gonna debate which team will win between the two. So we're gonna go now to a segment called Elevate Your Game. So I'm big on, just getting better, just adding to the toolbox, perfecting your craft. So you as a basketball player, you always want to get better. So tell me something about your game that, that you want to just improve on.
Ball handling. That's one thing I want to get to where my position is you don't know what I could play. I could play the 1, 2, or 3. So just get my ball handling at that point where I could play 1 through 4.
Okay, that's a good one. One piece of advice I would give you is, and this is something that I had to work on too, which was work on counters. So if you dribbling, you go to the left, somebody cut you off. You don't want to bag up and start over. Work on a counter, bing, bing, go this way, spin, whatever, something like that. Do work on counters because you're going to be playing against stronger guys now that you're going to where you're going to. So that's always going to help you. So before we get up out of here, we're going to play a game. And it's called Quick Blitz. So I'm going to ask you 10 questions, and you just got to answer as fast as possible.
Okay.
Okay, so you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get it. All right, first one. Which one is better, NBA playoffs or March Madness?
March Madness.
Who's the better player, Anthony Edwards or Luka Doncic?
Anthony Edwards.
No. Which one is better, high school or AAU?
AAU.
Are you more of a morning person or a night owl?
Night.
Okay, me too. 1-on-1, who will win, Paul George or Jason Tatum?
Jason Tatum.
Who's better, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander or Luka Doncic?
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
You're going to say everybody except for Luka. Which one better, PSL or the Catholic League?
PSL.
Ooh. Who's the GOAT, Bron or Mike?
Michael Jordan.
Okay. Which one is the better player, Nikola Jokic or Joel Embiid?
Nikola Jokic.
Okay. Next season only, who going to be the better player, Jalen Brunson or Kyrie Irving?
Kyrie Irving.
Okay, you had to think about that one. Last question. Which one is more scarier, LeBron with Steph Curry's shooting ability or Curry with Bron's athleticism?
Curry with Bron's athleticism.
Why?
Because Curry can already shoot.
Keyshawn Fisher, man. Appreciate you coming on, man. Good luck. Next season, I'm going to be following you.
Sure.
I'm going to put his IG in the comments. Make sure y'all follow his journey, man. We out.
Appreciate it.
It's your boy AJ, Mr. Automatic Jumper. Make sure you like and subscribe. We're going to be dropping every week on the Always Elevating podcast. Stay elevated.